Hello and welcome to an interactive session on sociology. My name is Rajkumar Mone, and today we will briefly look at the origin of sociology and the meaning of the word sociology itself. We'll see how sociology is a distinct discipline which is different from all the other disciplines and what it really means to be studying sociology. So, stay tuned. To begin with, let us look at what the word sociology means etymologically. Etymologically means we basically break the word and look at the origin of the word itself. So, in case of sociology, the word sociology has been taken from two different words, from two different languages. One is from Latin and the other one is from Greek. So, the Greek word logos is something that we are all familiar with. Haven't we heard of biology, zoology, psychology, right? So these are the disciplines that really study a particular subject matter systematically or scientifically. So the meaning of the word logos, which is the Greek word by the way, is scientific study of. And the word socius in this case is from Latin, which means a companion, an associate, or a friend. So, sociology, does it mean a systematic study or a scientific study of a friend, associate, or a companion? Well, you could say so, but then it has a wider implication as well. In order to understand what sociology is, we need to step a little beyond the specific etymological meanings of these words. So, the origin of the word sociology comes from these two different words, socius and logos. Put together, it means sociology. And a broad meaning of these two words put together is that sociology studies human behavior in collectivity. Sociology studies social behavior. So it's really the study of human beings, the study of man and women, of course, by that logic, when they are with their companions and when are they in the company of their associates or friends, it's always in the society. So we understand sociology as the study of human beings when they are in groups. Well, that's the etymological meaning. When we move forward, we will look at the broader meaning of sociology and the definitions given by various sociologists. Well, like other disciplines, every sociologist worth his salt has given a very distinct definition of sociology. We will look at all those definitions and try and understand how their definitions really define the way they have studied the subject matter of sociology. Who gave sociology its name, which is this? Well, it was a French philosopher in 1838, approximately around that time, who gave sociology this name. And the purpose was that he wanted to distinguish the field of study that studied human behavior in society. And he wanted to distinguish this particular field of study from all the other subjects. For instance, he wanted to separate it from philosophy or political science, and the other purpose was also to ensure that a new discipline, a very dedicated field of study emerges that studies the subject matter, which is society or social behavior and various other things, in a scientific form, in a scientific, using scientific methods. Generally, philosophers and people, thinkers of that particular era, were hugely impressed by the developments in physical and natural sciences. Around that time, physics was doing pretty well, and natural sciences were also they had started doing well as well. So Auguste Comte was hugely impressed by the development in physics, and he wanted to name this discipline as social physics. But of course, it didn't really fit well. He tried a couple of other names, and finally, he settled on sociology, which is the combination of these two words borrowed from two different languages. Funny, isn't it? Well, now the history of sociology is all the more funnier. See, although technically speaking, the the field of study, which is sociology, was given a name in 1838 around the same time, and it evolved over the next 50 years in Europe, mainly in France, Germany, and England. Eventually, it spread all over the world, but of course, in the United States of America, it grew in leaps and bounds. But after 50 years, after the discipline was established in Europe. So the emergence of sociology really happened in Europe. It grew in Europe. So when we look at the growth of sociology, we would essentially be looking at the contributions of thinkers whom we also call as founding fathers. Well, the word founding father reminds me of the fact that Auguste Comte is often considered as the father of sociology. I'm saying often or by many because not everybody accepts Auguste Comte as the father of sociology. We will see again, all these debates, who agrees and who does not agree, and what are the reservations of certain sociologists for accepting Auguste Comte in a very limited way as the father of sociology. But nevertheless, the fact, in case of you do not have any objective questions coming on sociology anymore, but if that were the case, the answer would be Auguste Comte. Auguste Comte would be known as the founding father or the father of sociology. Well, to move on, as I was saying, although as a discipline that was taught in colleges and universities, sociology really was born around this era, which is 1838. But the ideas about society, thoughts about society, considerations about how to live in a social setup, and all such things that can be put together under the word social thought existed almost right from the beginning of civilization. So, an American sociologist who goes with the name of Robert Bierstedt says that sociology has a long past, but it has a very short history. What does this mean? This means that social thought as such existed for a very long time, but the way the subject matter of sociology should have been written down, should have been organized as a dedicated, distinct discipline, did not exist for a very, very long time. It only started around this time, after Auguste Comte named the discipline as sociology. And you would again study about another thinker whose name is Emil Durkheim or Durkheim. The name is pronounced in different names, but these two are popular pronunciations that are popular in France. Emil Durkheim happens to be a French sociologist. In Hindi, the name is Durkheim. Emil Durkheim was the first professor of sociology. So he defined the subject matter of sociology. He also established it as a discipline, as a distinct field of study, which was taught in colleges and universities. And then onwards began the journey of sociology, and there was, of course, no looking back thereafter. Well, now what do we study under sociology? There are a whole lot of things that happen in society, in social life of human beings, and almost everything that happens is studied, but with a catch there. The perspective has to be social or sociological.